Hi, in this video we are going to talk about how to print a full pyramid star pattern. So this is the shape that you want to write a program to print, and in the previous video we have already seen a different kind of a full pyramid, right, where it has a one star in the first row and two stars in the second row and three stars in the third row, and there is a space between the stars. But this is a different full pyramid. So if you see, it has a one star, and the second row it has three stars, in the third row it has five stars, in the fourth row it has a 7 stars. Finally, the last row will have 9 stars. So this is a full pyramid of size 5. So 5 means it totally has 5 rows. If you see here, right, first star, and if you draw a straight line like this, then we can divide the entire full pyramid into two parts. This is the first part, this is the second part. If you closely look, this first part is nothing but a mirror image of the half pyramid, isn't it? This is the mirror image of the just half pyramid. And this one, if you see this one, it is nothing but half pyramid, but it's not of size 5. So generally, if for the size 5, the last row we should contain 5 stars, but it has only 4 stars. So this is a half pyramid of size n minus 1, right? Here it is n is 5. So this is a half pyramid of size 4, right? But this one is just a mirror image of the half pyramid of size n. So if you want to print a full pyramid star pattern like this, and simply what we have to do is, if you know the logic to print these two parts, then we can easily solve this problem. So I have just divided the first part into two again. So this is the first part, this is the second part, this is the third part. The first part is nothing but a spaces, and the second part and third part are stars. So if you see, for the n equal to 5, total we have to print 25 stars. This is 1, 3 stars, 5, 7 and so on, finally 9. So in the first part we have to print 10 spaces. Here the first row have 4 spaces and 3, 2, 1. And the second part, so this one we have to print 15 stars. So if you count all of them, it will be 15. And the third part, it is again 10 times we have to print the stars. And finally we have 5 times we have to print a new line after at the end of the each row, right? So we should write a logic to print all these parts. So as I said before, the first part and second part is nothing but a mirror image of the half pyramid of size n, but the third part is simply a half pyramid of size n minus 1. So let's see a code for a mirror image of the half pyramid. So this is the table representation of the half pyramid, mirror image of the half pyramid. So this outer loop is to print all the rows, and the inner loop to print the spaces, the first inner loop, and the second inner loop is to print the stars, isn't it? Since we have to print here how many spaces, n minus row times we have to print the space, so that's why the expression will have that logic. So if you have any questions in this mirror image, how to how this logic was came, just refer to the previous video to understand this code. But what we need to really understand is half pyramid of size n minus 1. So let's represent the shape in this table format. If you observe, the first row doesn't have any stars. So stars started from the second row. So 1, 2. So third row will have 2, fourth row will have 3, and finally it have 4. So this is the code for half pyramid of size n. So size n means here in this case it will have. So if you use this logic, it will basically print 5 stars at the end, right? The inner loop. So the inner loop is the one which controls how many stars to print each row. But we should not use this expression here. So what is actually controlling this inner loop is this expression, column less than or equal to row. So we should not use this expression for n minus 1. So instead we should somehow figure out some expression so that it will print. So it won't print any stars for the first row. For the second row it will only print 1 star. Third row it will print 2 stars and so on. So if you see, if you count the number of stars in each row, the first row will have only, it doesn't have any star, so 0. So second row will have 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars. If you see here, it's clearly you can get some expression. The expression is simply the number of stars in a row is nothing but a row minus 1, isn't it? So this expression, if you use this expression, then we will easily get these values. So we can use this expression here to control how many stars to print in each row. So simply remove this and use row minus 1 to print half pyramid of size n minus 1. So this is the code to print the first and second part, the half pyramid of size n, and this is the code to print the half pyramid of size n minus 1. So the only change is here you have to use a row minus 1. So this is the logic. So if you see the shape, right, first we have to print the first part and then a second part, finally third part, right? So if you take this one, the outer loop actually is for to print all the rows. The second this first inner loop is used to print the spaces, right, which is nothing but this first part, isn't it? And the second inner loop is simply used to print the stars, which is simply nothing but a second part, isn't it? And finally this inner loop is used to print the third part, right? So after printing the first part and second part, what we have to print? Third part, right? So what I'll simply do is, so after the inner loop, after the second inner loop, I'll just copy this in for loop here and paste it inside this. This is how it looks. See the first one, the first row to print all the rows, okay. This is to print the first part, which is nothing but spaces, and this is to print the second part of the stars, and this finally this inner loop is used to print the third part stars, which is nothing but a half pyramid of size n minus 1, and finally we have to print a new line. So this is the code to print a full pyramid star pattern. Let's go and see an example. I am with online GDB, just taking int n, for now just take 5, okay. Then for int row equal to 0, sorry 1, and row less than or equal to n, row plus plus. So this is basically to print all rows, right? Now one more inside this. So here first part spaces, and then second part stars, and finally third part stars. So first part we know for int spaces equal to 1, spaces less than or equal to n minus row, spaces plus plus, right? So here printf space, this is done. Let's go with the second part. For int column equal to 1, column less than or equal to row, column plus plus, printf star, first part. So just run it just to see the output. So this is code is simply a mirror image of the half pyramid. I think we have forgot to write the printf to print the new line, right? Just printf a new line. just run it. Okay, it's perfect. Let's print the third part. For each column equal to 1, column less than or equal to row minus 1, column plus plus. Now printf, just simply print star. I think that should be enough. Just review the code once. It's down. Yeah, now we are looping for the all the rows. The first part we are printing the spaces, and the second part column less than or equal to row. Okay, this will print the this both will print the mirror image of the half pyramid. And then finally we are printing half pyramid of size n minus 1. Just run it. See, so let's change, let's print the number patterns. If you print the row here, so just print row here. So here also row. Just see what will be the pattern. I think there's a comma missing. Yeah. See, this is the number star pyramid. So all this expression for the number patterns, all the expressions whatever we have discussed in the previous problems, it will be same. Just change the printf statement, whatever the value you want to print. You just find out the expression and use that. So it will print the number pattern as per the problem statement. So this is the code to print the full pyramid star pattern. So the next pattern is inverted full pyramid star pattern. Just follow the same approach whatever we have done for the full pyramid. You will easily understand, you will easily get to know some logic. Just divide this here. You will know, you will get the first part is it's simply a mirror image of the inverted half pyramid. The second part is nothing but an inverted half pyramid of size n minus 1. You just combine those two logic, you will get this shape. Finally the diamond shape. So this is also same. So if you divide this into two, the first part is nothing but a full pyramid, right? The second part is nothing but a inverted full pyramid of size n minus 1. So if you combine all these, so if you just write down this first, and then somehow you find a logic to print a inverted full pyramid of size n minus 1, then you combine both, then you will get this diamond shape. So why I am not giving these two? Because I want you to analyze and come up with the solution. So I have given these two examples, these two problems in the exercise section. That's all in this video.